Hello everyone, welcome you back to the science class. I hope you all are doing good. So dear children, as you all know that these days we are doing the chapter physical and chemical changes. So today in this video we shall be discussing about different topics, but before that let us revise what all we have done in our previous class. So in our previous class we have discussed about the physical change, different examples of physical change and their properties. So today in this video we shall be exploring few more topics of the same chapter. But before that, let us look the objectives. So at the end of this class, the students would able to understand about chemical change, its properties and various examples. So today we shall be covering these following topics: chemical change, examples of chemical change, properties of chemical change, some specific examples of chemical change. So let's start with the definition. What is chemical change? What is a chemical change? A change leading to the production of a new substance is known as a chemical change. Means it's a kind of change in which a new substance is produced. Okay, so these changes are irreversible, means we cannot reverse these changes. Clear? So dear students, let's discuss about the examples of chemical changes. So dear students, you must have seen different examples of chemical changes in and around you. So here are few examples. So first is rusting of iron. So this rusting of iron is very common. I hope you all are aware. In this, what you can see is the iron surface. No, sometimes it acquires a brownish color, some deposits. Okay, so that is nothing but the rust, and which is a new product. Then cooking of food. So cooking of food is also an example of chemical change, because here the raw materials are get converted into the new product in the form of food. Clear? Then burning of paper. Burning of paper also, if we burn the paper, we get ashes. So ashes are the new product. That is why this is also the example of a chemical change. So same in the case of burning of magnesium ribbon, because when magnesium ribbon is burned in presence of oxygen, we get a white or grey color ashes as a new product. Then rusting of copper. When the copper it gets rusted, a green color a green color layer gets deposited over the copper surface. That is called rusting of copper. And rotten fruits, the fruit when it becomes spoiled, then it becomes the rotten fruits due to some chemical reaction. So this is also an example of chemical change. Clear children? Now children, at the side you can see some pictures are given. Okay, so here in the first picture you can see the rusting of iron. Okay, can you see the rusting of iron, that brown color coating, or you can see the brownish color, a very brownish color thin film like layer, no, which is appearing on the surface of the iron. That is called rusting of the iron. So in the second picture you can see here this green color. Okay, this green color layer is nothing but the rust. All right, and then next this you can see the rotten fruit. So I hope you have understood this. Now let us discuss about the different properties of chemical change. So point number 1, change is permanent, means the chemical change are always permanent. Fine. Point number 2, new substances are formed with entirely different physical and chemical properties. So what happens actually? The substance which forms, okay, the substance which forms is entirely new with its different physical and chemical properties. Next, change cannot be reversed by simple physical methods. So it is not possible to get back the original stuff by some simple physical methods. Clear? then energy is released or absorbed during chemical change. So it could be possible that sometimes energy will be released and sometimes the energy is absorbed in this kind of change. The last point, the original substance cannot be obtained by simple physical methods. So these were the properties of a chemical change. Now let's discuss about rusting of iron. So this is the most important, this is the most common example of a chemical change. So what happens during this rusting of iron? In case of rusting of iron, the iron reacts with the oxygen present in the air and moisture and develops rust. So what happens? The iron material, the iron material, when it is left in open, it reacts with oxygen and the moisture, which in turns develop rust. Which in turns develops rust. So now next is burning of magnesium ribbon. So this is a wonderful example of chemical change. So let's see what happens actually. Burning of magnesium is another chemical change. When a ribbon of magnesium is brought near flame, it starts burning with a brilliant white light, leaving behind a powdery ash on complete burning. Magnesium burns in air to form magnesium oxide. So children, magnesium ribbon, when it is brought nearer to the flame, what happens? At that time, it burns with a brilliant white light. So, after this explanation, you will watch one small clipping where you can see how the white dazzling light is produced. So what happens? The magnesium burns in air to form magnesium oxide. So you can see here, this is magnesium and in present magnesium ribbon, and in presence of oxygen, when it burns, it gives magnesium oxide. Now on dissolving the ash, so this magnesium oxide is what? It is nothing but the ash. So this ash, on being dissolved in water, it forms a new substance. It forms a new substance. The new substance is nothing but the magnesium hydroxide. So this magnesium hydroxide is again tested with the litmus papers, to show the physical and the chemical properties. Clear, children? So let us watch one video in order to understand this properly.
Demonstration of a chemical reaction, that is burning of magnesium. So here I have a strip of magnesium which is cut from the magnesium ribbon. So this is the magnesium ribbon and this is Bunsen's burner and a watch glass in which I am going to collect the magnesium oxide, which is white in color. These are the pair of tongs. So when magnesium reacts with oxygen, it requires heat energy, and after initiating this reaction, you will see that the magnesium burns in presence of oxygen to form magnesium oxide, and magnesium burns in oxygen with a brilliant white flame, that is called a dazzling white flame. Very difficult to see that. So let's try the experiment, and here I am going to hold this magnesium ribbon. Actually, we don't require a very big piece of magnesium. It's very handy. You can even break it with your own hands. So I choose to put all other things aside. As you can see that magnesium burns with a dazzling white flame. Now, as the reaction is completed, you can see that this white color thing is being produced. This white color is nothing but magnesium oxide. Even, let's try to break it. This is white color powder. This white color powder is nothing but magnesium oxide. So as you saw, that magnesium burns with dazzling white flame.
So reaction between copper sulfate solution and iron nail. This is yet another example of chemical change. Clear? So what happens in this reaction? Iron, being more reactive than copper, will displace copper from its salt and form a subsequent salt of ferrous sulfate, During the reaction, the color of copper sulfate, which is blue, will change to greenish blue. This is an example of a displacement reaction. So what happens actually in this reaction, students? The iron, being the most reactive metal, it displaces the copper from its salt solution. So you can see here, so in this reaction, supposing this is the iron nail, when we dip this iron nail in the copper sulfate solution, okay, so what happens? Copper being more reactive, it displaces, reaction between copper sulfate solution and iron nail. So this is one of the most important chemical change. Okay. So let us see what happens in this reaction. Iron, being more reactive than copper, will displace copper from its salt to form a subsequent salt of ferrous sulfate. During the reaction, the color of copper sulfate will change to greenish blue. This is an example of a displacement reaction. So what happens actually in this reaction, students? The copper sulfate solution, which is initially blue in color, okay, when an iron nail is dipped in that blue colored solution, after some time this blue color solution will turn into green color, slight greenish blue color, okay, because of the formation of ferrous sulfate. All right, iron being highly reactive, it displaces, iron being highly reactive, it displaces the copper and it takes its place and form ferrous sulfate. Okay, so when it forms ferrous sulfate, the color of the solution, it get changed into greenish blue color from blue color. Okay, so this type of reactions occurs and a entirely new product is formed. So this is a very good example of chemical change. So to understand it more better, let's watch this video.
Let us see an example of a single displacement reaction. For this we need copper sulfate, iron nails, water. Dissolve 2 spoons of copper sulfate in some water. Swirl it to obtain a clear blue solution. Now place 2 bright soft iron nails into the solution and observe. The nails soon turn reddish brown while the solution turns slightly green. After a while, what happened was the iron from the nails replaced the copper sulfate solution and formed iron sulfate, and the displaced copper precipitated out and settled on the iron. The nails therefore changed the color of copper while the solution showed the characteristic green color of ferrous sulfate. A reaction of this type is called a single displacement reaction. CuSO4 plus Fe gives FeSO4 plus Cu. A single displacement reaction or single replacement reaction is when an element or ion in a compound is replaced by another element or ion.
So children, with this we have come to the end of today's presentation. So today in this video we have discussed about the chemical change, its definition, different examples of chemical change, properties of a chemical change. So thank you so much, students, for listening to me. See you in the next class.